place is amazing. Just love it, it's beautiful. I can't believe they want to dam it.
Over time, the West Coast has been a sort of a battlefield of development versus conservation or preservation.
You know, the whole West Coast is pristine, so you either lock it up or you allow us to use some of our natural resources.
I'm not opposed to hydro schemes per se, it's just that this one happens to be a massive one.
If we lose the conservation values of the Mokihinui Valley, we have lost them forever. This is a permanent decision that we are making.
If you've got a climate that's got a lot of water and you've got a lot of altitude, you think, why not potentially use it? And so it comes back to a cost-benefit analysis.
And we asked the question, why would you want to build another dam on the West Coast when there's a really good one at Stockton? Why does the West Coast need all this electricity?
Our industries probably consist of mining, gold and coal, dairying, very strong, cement manufacture, but soon to diminish, tourism and lots of other mum and dad type cottage industries, and that's about us.
This is home for me, and I guess I've grown up on a farm with a bush on the doorstep. It's I guess my Tauranga Waiwai. It's home, and it'll always be there.
It's the place where we still have intact communities. It's also the place where people are plain speaking and honest. It's the place where we actually have that natural environment that still is pristine and pretty untouched in quite a few places.
I've lived on the West Coast for 30 years, and in that time I've taught my own children, been a Buller District Councillor for 12 years, and I've worked on the Conservation Board.
You need to appreciate, from the point of view of the West Coast, we are the environmental conscience of this country. You know, we currently have something in excess of 85% of our land administered through the Crown. We have 2 World Heritage Parks, 5 national parks.
We're thinking really carefully about how we see our future and how we'd like to position the Buller District into the future.
You know, to continue to promote the region, to promote economic development, one of the things that we need to do is provide electricity at a reasonable and competitive price.
Currently the West Coast doesn't produce enough energy for its own use, so we import the power from outside the region.
We're at the end of the line, we're at the end of the transmission line, and so the cost to transmit to the Buller is higher than any other area in the country. We would like to do something about that, and generation is an opportunity for us to do something about that.
We're susceptible to outages, and indeed if there's a disaster, that line will be taken out for God knows how long. That leaves our industry hanging out on a limb.
There's an increasing demand for electricity, and we are running out of generating capacity in New Zealand. That's just public knowledge. And everybody says renewable hydro is the answer, renewable this and renewable that.
Would I call hydro a renewable energy source? It all depends. You're not renewing that river is going to become a lake. I don't see that that's a renewable resource.
If it has a dam on it and it gets inundated, it's no longer a river, and so it's been destroyed. The river's gone, end of river.
It's the Mokihinui River, there's 47 of us. It shouldn't be dammed. Everybody should write a letter, send a submission in, and make a difference.
What Meridian is planning to do is to construct a dam that's 85 metres high, and behind that dam they're going to create a lake that's 14 kilometres long and will take up an area of 300 hectares of high value conservation land.
I'm Hugh Cannard. I'm a long-time kayaker and I'm patron of the New Zealand Association because I'm so old that they made me patron. And I've organised this trip today to bring all these people up here. They're from the Czech Republic, from Wales, England, Scotland, New Zealand. I don't want to preach to them about conservation and rivers versus dams or no dams. I would like them to come up here and experience this place and decide for themselves. And if they don't experience it, they don't know what they're missing.
Does it fit? It fits.
Hi, I'm Steele. I'm a nurse. Just coming to see this amazing wilderness experience. That's what I'm here for. I just can't wait to get down the river, eh?
Hi, I'm Vitska. I'm from Christchurch and I'm here because my boyfriend dragged me out here and I'm going to go on a raft apparently and I'm going to have a good time.
I'm the boyfriend.
So, Steve Hodkinson. I've been here 3 years and I'm a teacher at Kaipai.
Mike Nooney from Ireland. I've been here about 6 years. I'm a software engineer and I kayak as much as I can.
We're the Todd family. I'm Chris.
I'm Katrina.
And Ruth.
I work as a South Island coordinator for Forest and Bird, and this is one of our major campaigns this year is to try and protect this river from going under a dam.
I've never been rafting before, but I'm really looking forward to it.
In my other life, I'm a general practitioner, and I guess I'd love to be able to prescribe a trip like this to a lot of my patients. I think it'd do them a lot of good to see New Zealand as it is.
So here I am today, there's 46 or 47, I've lost count, people on the river going in rafts and kayaks, and the river's been raining and I've been up all night worrying about it, but it's now at a beautiful flow and I'm really looking forward to getting out there and getting on the river.
So I get my dress on. Could I get my dress on?
It was my freaking boyfriend who got me on this trip, so I'll teach him a lesson. But I'm all good. Who knows? In for a nice cooling swim.
We're not anti-energy, we're not anti-hydro, we're not anti-irrigation, we're not even anti the development of New Zealand. What we are anti is really dumb and inconsistent policies.
I'm not opposed to hydro schemes per se. It's just that this one happens to be a massive one.
If we look at schemes that are already consented on the West Coast, we actually will be self-sufficient in power. With the Amethyst, with the Arnold, and with a new scheme that's just been consented up north of Westport on the Stockton Plateau, we will be self-sufficient in power. So the Mokihinui is entirely redundant.